Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're back again. Lucky you.
Okay, so here I am with a TurboGrafx 16 shirt.
Here I am not wearing one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, even though I'm doing TurboGrafx 16 reviews, there's a lot of people that don't give a shit. Because unfortunately, even though the TurboGrafx 16 was a huge hit in Japan when it's under the name PC Engine, it kind of like wasn't as successful as all the other ones. It wasn't the big million seller that NEC was hoping it would be, and that's why it remained a cult hit, but not a blockbuster hit. And it only lasted for 4 rocky years, and that's why people don't know what the hell I'm talking about when I'm talking about the TurboGrafx 16. Still a lot of people that love it, but I think we figured out 10 reasons why the system was not a big hit. I'm here with
Just relaxation.
Yep. Number 10, poor CD hardware. I always see this on like eBay all the time. There's a broken turbo CD that needs fixing. Yeah, because that was a big problem with the turbo CD when it first came out. That it was a faulty piece of shit. That you rocked it the wrong way, boom, it's gonna malfunction. Now, you know, I could run into people say that they had their TurboGrafx CD for like years, never had a problem with it. Then you run into people that, yeah, I think this happened with Spider-1A where he opened up the box and boom, his TurboGrafx 16 CD didn't work at all. And he had to send it back.
That sucks.
Yeah, number 9, it's the Legendary Axe 2. If you saw my review, I was very disappointed. It's still a good game and all, but it has just little to do with the Legendary Axe 1, which actually has an axe in it as your main weapon. Here, you have 2 guys holding axes here, but in the game they actually start with swords, and the sword is the main weapon. This is fucking false advertisement.
It is.
A popular series went belly up. Boom, gone. Legendary Axe 2 flops, and that's why it's number 9. I don't know, you may feel differently. I know I got some hate from people saying, oh, I can't believe you hate the Legendary Axe 2. It's a good game. It's a good game with a ridiculous premise. Let's just say that. Number 8, it's bad acting in the CD games.
Kind of like we do in our videos.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine our monotone, unrehearsed, voice acting in like a cool action game with a lot of guns like in Last Alert. Probably has the worst voice acting you ever heard.
Very badly done.
Here come the rebel armored soldiers. There's no damage on the weapons. Let me show them some fancy action now.
Let me show you the fancy action now.
In its original Japanese, it was probably a lot better. The characters had a lot more emotion. In the North American one, they're just collecting a paycheck because it's just some guys reading around like a coffee table or something. Oh no, the president is in trouble. We better rescue President Steve.
Hey, you talk and I'll pretend to be the ventriloquist.
Okay. I'm the main hero in this game, and I'm gonna turn you into roast pork. You will be the unsurvivor. Yeah. Gonna quit.
Okay, that's bad.
But that's a good example of what it could be. Like, it's so cheesy, it's so bad, it's so unrehearsed. You feel nothing for the characters, even though you have these cool anime scenes. You figure, why are they delivering these lines so bad? It's their first take and that's it, and that's why people laugh at the TurboGrafx 16. When you should be enjoying the game, you should be enthralled, and you shouldn't be laughing at, what terrible voice acting. Yeah, Voice Pokemon 2 wasn't too bad though. Okay, and number 7, it's horrible marketing. You go to a store, chances are they wouldn't have a TurboGrafx 16
Then
back
you know
then.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Where did we get our TurboGrafx 16s? We had to go like in a store called Radio Shack.
Yeah, that's where I got mine. Believe it or not.
We had those stores all throughout Canada, but where was the Nintendo being sold? Where was the Sega Genesis being sold? Like a popular brand name store like Zelda's or Kmart. You could get all the big systems in like the big brand name stores.
Yeah.
Here we had to go to fucking Radio Shack.
Yeah.
And I felt funny, always walking into Radio Shack just to look at TurboGrafx 16 games. I think the guys behind the counter always thought I was going to like steal something or say, "What's this bratty little kid doing in our store?" Oh yeah, we sell these video games.
You probably just thought it was a store that sold radios.
The North American market also has some pretty crappy games for like, why would you release a game like Silent Debuggers or Time Ball for the North American market when
Sonic Spike?
Yeah, when nobody would care about games like these. Yeah, Sonic Spike is like a crappy 4-player volleyball game.
Well, with a name like that, then maybe they like Sonic and he's getting drunk or something.
Yeah.
Or somebody's spiking Sonic's drink.
Yep. If it was only that good.
Yeah.
Like, that was my number one for TurboGrafx 16. You know, top 10 list is underrated games, but there's also some crap that also gonna like turn you away, like Ghost Manor or World Sports Competition, you know, Ballistic,
games.
yeah, Davis Cup Tennis,
Really? Davis Cup?
yeah,
The list goes on.
yeah, China Warrior,
Okay.
just games nobody would want to play in like a million years.
Speaking of marketing, they didn't even have one on display. They had Sonic on display. And they were still selling this system. Why not have this system on display?
Oh, at your Radio Shack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the mall.
But no, they had to sell the other systems too when they realized the TurboGrafx 16 wasn't selling as well
Yeah,
as it
this
used
is
to.
not doing too good. We better get Sega in here.
Yep. And the funny thing is, the TurboGrafx 16 wasn't sold in most of the other stores. I think you had to go like to an EB or something, or Electronic Boutique when they were called back then.
Yeah.
And good luck finding any of those except in like a big town or something like Toronto, which we don't live near, or like a couple hours away.
Yeah, and you won't drive there no more.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Well, screw you. It's too far away. It's big, it's loud, it's noisy, it's confusing. That's why I hate Toronto. No offense, Toronto,
And
Tonyans.
don't you work at the casino? Isn't that big and loud?
Off topic, man. Okay.
So-
Yeah, we're at number 6 now. The short extension cord of the controller.
Yeah.
It's only like 3 feet long. He's about to pick it out right here.
If you're lucky, 3 feet.
Yeah.
Very short.
You got a whole bunch of controllers hooked up with a turbo tat. You pretty much all have to be sitting close together, and I don't want to be sitting close to near him.
No, nobody
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. No offense.
I haven't farted yet.
Yeah. Well, you just came from the bathroom.
Okay, that's...
Okay, I know.
Off
That's
topic.
off topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Moving on.
Short extension cords, problem. That's why it's number 5. But even worse is the top 5 here. Number 5 is the lack of variety. I said in my top 10 that I love shooting games for TurboGrafx 16.
Me too.
But they had way too many of them.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like 50% shooters, like 20% sports games, like 20% platformer, and like 10% everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, mix it up. Give me some more bonk games, some more platformers like Legendary Acts. I don't want to be playing a shooter all the time. Like, when a new company comes out for TurboGrafx 16, they always make a shooter. I remember Magical Chase was made by Quest. They made a shooter. Natsume, when they made a game for TurboGrafx 16, they made a shooter. Sid Meier's Terraform, Cotton, all these shooter games. It's just way too much. Number 4, it's Keith Courage himself. Any TurboGrafx 16 owner can attest to this. What's the game you get with this system?
Keith Courage.
Yeah. And was Keith Courage any good?
No.
I think the game was merely okay, but you don't want a game that's merely okay for the TurboGrafx.
You want like a blockbuster hit.
Yeah, you want Sonic. You want a game that's established. You want Mario in there, a game that's already proven. This
Bonk.
game,
Should've came with Bonk.
uh,
Not this stupid fucking game.
yeah, that's the problem. Like Bonk was a second-year release for TurboGrafx 16, but what NEC should have done to help sell the system, maybe put in Legendary Acts or Blazing Lasers or even Dungeon Explorer, some that shows off the capabilities of the TurboGrafx 16. Dungeon Explorer is a good 5-player game. Legendary Acts is a good action game that was getting high reviews even in Japan before the TurboGrafx 16 came out. And Blazing Lasers, that one is one of the most critically acclaimed shooters of all time with a huge variety of weapons and power-ups. Those were all launch games. Why not include that in the system instead of naming your boss that was named like Keith Schaefer, Keith Courage and have them put it in this no-name character game. The game was based on a Japanese anime, or they didn't use a Japanese anime name. No, they just said, "Hey Keith, you want to be in a game? Sure. Alright, we're naming it Keith Courage." The game kind of sucks, and it's probably going to make the TurboGrafx 16 fail, but hey, we'll put you in anyway.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with the Dungeon Explorer, because then people would have bought more controllers, people would have bought the, what are those?
Yeah, all the pads for it.
Yeah.
They would have made much more money.
Yeah. Oh, you want to play a game? Oh, I have to wait my turn. I only have one controller.
Yeah.
It's only one per game.
So stupid, so stupid. And number 3 here, it's the shitty cover art. This one, a lot of people complain that this is bad artwork, but then you see shit like this. That's probably why they didn't make Dungeons for the packing game, is because the art department totally fucked up cover art. This is probably the worst cover artwork I've seen on any game ever.
And there's no dungeon.
Yeah.
It's a castle.
Why not have these guys like shooting their swords out, throwing magic? You know, what you actually do in like a role-playing game, instead of have them having stand here on a cliff. This woman's about to fall off because she's facing the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, and he probably would push her.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he could push her with his one bum leg. And that's the way with our TurboGrafx 16. We got shitty artwork. Like, does this make any sense? Do you want to drop $70 for this? And that's how much they were back then. For crappy artwork like that. And number 2, look at this. Look at this on the TurboGrafx 16. There's only one controller port on it. Hey, me and Jay are here. We want to play some TurboGrafx 16, but we only got one controller port. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You think about other 8-bit systems, like the Sega Master System, even the Atari 2600, original Nintendo, all of them had 2 controller ports. You know, it's to encourage your friend, your brother, to play with you.
Yeah, like NEC or whatever, they were like saying, well, we can only put one controller port, so you have no friends. And then they'd be arguing over the controller, and, well, he wanted me to play, shut up.
It's a one-player system.
Yeah.
And that's bullshit.
Yep.
2 players should be standard for any gaming system. No matter what.
Like even then 64 had 4.
Maybe they should have packed in like the TurboTap 3 with the system.
And Dungeon Explorer or something like that.
Yeah, it would have been so much better, but as it stands, you can only play one player with the TurboGrafx 16 itself. Even the Turbo Duo is like that. Only one controller port in front of it. And you see why.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And that's why it's number 2 on our list. But there's even something worse than all that. But what could be possibly worse than bad cover art, Legendary X2 flopping, lack of variety, short extension cords, horrible marketing,
And you gotta take
bad
off the
voice
back
acting.
to plug in the adapter.
Yeah. Yeah, that was annoying too. But number 1, worst thing about the TurboGrafx 16, it's the fact that you buy a TurboGrafx 16 expecting a 16-bit system.
Right.
And then you heard the rumors saying, oh, by the way, did you know that's not a real 16-bit system?
What? What am I buying?
Yep. It's 16 on the cover, and we found out that the main CPU is actually 8-bit. That this graphics card is actually 16-bit. So technically they're lying to us. You felt like a laughing stock.
Yeah.
That you bought another 8-bit system, like your old 8-bit Nintendo Sega Master System. It all felt like a big lie. It felt like such a big con that even call it a TurboGrafx 16. Why not just keep the game or the name PC Engine, what it was called in Japan? I think there was some legal issue with calling it like a PC Engine because it was not like a personal computer sort of thing. Still, just call it like a TurboGrafx. That's what they called it in Europe, just TurboGrafx. Another thing I didn't like about the TurboGrafx 16 back in the day is that, whoa, it was so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Back in Canada, the Turbo Express was actually $400.
Really?
You know, you buy something this expensive, you have to like take good care of it. Like, you can't bring this to school with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you get jumped like the 20 kids saying, "Give that to me."
And how many batteries does that take?
It takes 6 AA batteries that only last for like 5 hours, and boom, you gotta get more.
That's crazy. Yeah. Good thing you had a good friend like myself to buy you an adapter for it.
Yeah. Watch, and now he's gonna want some. Oh, remember when I bought that adapter? Okay, now give me your last McNugget or something.
We didn't even go to McDonald's.
No, we went to Burger King. Okay. Now we're getting
off topic again for the third time.
But still, we love the TurboGrafx 16. Me and Jays are huge fans. I have the Turbo Duo. He has the TurboGrafx. We still love the system. We're just coming out with top 10 things that probably killed it off before it should have, but we still recommend that you play it and all. We don't want to be like haters or anything, even though it's more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still gonna like play the TurboGrafx 16, and I want to see if I can review all the games, which I think I got about 100 down, so I might be close.
If not more.
Don't hate, celebrate.
That's right.
Alright, that sounds kind of fucking lame, but whatever. Pick and choose your TurboGrafx 16 stuff. Don't play the bad stuff. Focus on the good.
And make sure you play it.
Yeah. Alright, over and out.
See you later. Subscribe to both our channels.
Nope, just me.
No, fuck you.
Okay.